Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Washington Huskies. Restate the State Call again. Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington. Husky Stadium is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Nebraska's offense has the ball first today. And here's the sophomore quarterback who will be at the controls in this one. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known.
Well, this guy's been sensational individually, and when he plays well, he gives his team a chance to win. We know.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. There he goes. Touchdown, Husky. The defense putting points on the board.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick six.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lets it fly. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen them the last couple weeks.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Huskies offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, Dave?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
They'll give it to him again. Sees an alley. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Throwing, Williams. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Williams looking for a man. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Quickly out to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Hits inside, it's Ives. Turning it on! Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. 2nd and long here. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Mills. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. And the Huskers have their offense in high gear. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Left side is Peppers. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Hauls it in, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Going for it all. Touchdown, Huskers! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game. Well, that score leaves you with a in question. Who had that dude? Whoever it was. close.
No, and the receiver was able to run right by him and get to the end zone and camp out and put up his tent and build the fire and fill up the coffee pot and just about everything else in time before the guy decided to even get remotely close to him.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him, just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you, don't be too aggressive.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Williams snags it. At the 40, there he goes. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Six Kittle. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Six Killer impersonation.
Second down coming up. Here's a give to Washington. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Husky. And they take it in for 6 more points. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy you want to go tackle. Go get him.
First quarter in the books. Let's see what kind of numbers these two wide receivers are putting up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Checking in from the Nebraska sideline. I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to get more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
All right, Holly. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Still looking. He'll pull it down. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Hunter. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Ives. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Myers on the move. He's got an open man. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Man, #1 area to be successful on 3rd and long, gotta have good protection up front. Check. Great job by the offensive line, keeping their QB clean. He had time to go through his progression, to find the correct guy, and to convert the third down and long.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Wide receiver going in motion. Run in the red zone, it's Ives. They put the brakes on him.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They're all over it. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They turn it into a defensive score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They might want to find a way to put it in drive and go forward. It's 3rd and 16. Williams looking down the middle. It's complete. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Man, this quarterback's got a short-term memory, boy. After the interception on the last drive, that looked so ugly, but he's come out and he's been able to turn the page. 4 for 4 now on this drive, throwing it. He's got himself right back in, locked in a really, really nice rhythm. I don't think you have anything to worry about if you're the head coach looking at your quarterback, seeing how he's responded to that mistake on the last drive.
And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Here's a give to Washington. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The handoff. Maybe some room here. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Washington wants to go quickly. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Huskies! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They put together an 81-yard drive and close seals the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out wide right, it's Clark. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Here's Williams to throw. Going long. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Cornhuskers will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown and get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Doesn't find any room whatsoever here late in the half. Long way to go on 2nd down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Makes the tackle. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the back. He's out past the 35. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
With the catch, it's Ship. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. The holder will put it down at midfield. A 60-yard attempt from the left side, no less. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Huskers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. These injuries could play a big factor, Holly. What have you got on those?
Washington's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, their running back has been terrific, playing well so far in this game, but he is taking a lot of hits. He's had to absorb a lot of contact, running yards after contact, but they're going to keep their eye on him and see if he can power through all the hits, bumps, and bruises he's taken here in the first half. Back to you guys.
Okay, Holly. Moves to his right. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
They'll run it. See some running room. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Washington.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Throwing, Williams. Caught. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Washington right back to the line. Burrowing for yardage. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. Now the pitch. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for him.
Touchdown, Huskies! Once he got some room, it was over.
Really nice job.
And it's blocked. So an 82-yard drive there. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Nice move there. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. He's at the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Nebraska.
And that is the easiest touchdown pass that guy is ever going to throw. The little touch pass, jet sweep. And how about the speed out in the open field? Man, David, quarterbacks love those. Those are stat builders.
And defensively, man, we've got to see that. We've got to adjust. Safeties have to be able to come down and play that jet sweep. It's frustrating when you see him not adjust. And then, listen, you could see it, the wheels. I mean, that dude had some speed when he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him. But defensively, we've got to see that a second sooner so he can come up and make a play.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Williams. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Williams will pass. Rushes on, and he avoids the sack.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him. Even get started. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Caught. It's Hunter. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Huskers right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Tells the run, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Got a man. It's Clark.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break up the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Out wide left, it's Ives. Runs through a man. He might have some space. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. Just keep slinging it. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. Run inside. It's Ives. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Finds his man. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. They'll go to the air. Extending the play. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Quick give. It's Ives. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. It was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
This should be the last play of the quarter. The give. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rowe will get us up to date on his condition. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So 1st down will open up the final period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Fires to the wideout. Just barely got rid of it.
Yeah, and you can tell the timing wasn't great and quarterback and receiver not on the same page. But when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Williams, under pressure, got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Holly Rowe has an update.
Checking in from the Nebraska sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys?
Holly, thank you. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to...
The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Let's go down to the sideline, Holly.
Guys, checking in from the Washington sideline. I am keeping my eye on what's going on with their field goal kicker right now. They do have a little bit of a lead, but in this opportunity, can they rely on the guy that's already missed here in this game? Coach can go for it, but I do see him talking to the kicker, trying to gain some confidence, make sure that he's ready to go if they do call his number. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. He now has 79 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
From the 39, first and 10. Motion from the back. Here's Williams to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. There he goes. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Huskies will snap it on first and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
And this is a situation this offense trains for, having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop them.
And the quarterback takes a knee. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Touchdown, Washington! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Throwing, Williams makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Straight ahead, it's Ives. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. The Huskers want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Left side, it's Ives. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide left, it's Hunter. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
On the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Peppers. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Look out! He's sacked. This defense all over him. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires left. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Oh, what a move to get room. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. And the Huskies inside the final minute trying to protect the lead and the ball. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. He's changing the play. Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Just feeds the running back. Nebraska calls a timeout, and that's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Keeps it on the ground. He works his way inside the 40, but they stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down from the 38. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Buying time to his right. He'll pull it down and run. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it.